Hey everyone, Krista Moser here, designer of the Creative Grid 60-degree diamond ruler. I'm here at Fat Quarter Shop today and I'm going to show you some of the cuts that this ruler does to make what's behind me. Swirling Star Tabletopper. It just uses 6 different shades of red, 6 different shades of blue, and then we've got some background stuff. So I'll show you what to do to get your really dramatic color changes from just some cuts that we did from some fat quarter strips here. So I've got 3 shades of red here. I'm just going to stack them up so I can trim my salvages off. Now get the ruler lined up. We don't have to take off much. I'm going to line it up with the edge of the strip, and I'm just taking off the end, just like this, and the little flat tip. Now I'm going to get another 3 shades. These are a little on the lighter side, so for a total of 6. Make sure they're nice and even, and then just like this. Okay, so we just cut a little bit off each strip, and then we can make strip sets by staggering the ends, just like this. See that? So basically we just cut this little bit off to save us this bit here. Not a lot of waste in that. So you're going to take these and sew strip sets together. And because of that flat tip, you get a perfect match here. So your 1/4 inch seam, you'll have your little match up point, press the seam open, and move on to the next one. Now here's the thing with sewing big strip sets together like this. We've got 6 different strips, so there's all these opportunities for your strips to get wonky. Now if you're sewing, what I would suggest is sew these 2 together from here, basically right to left. Sew these 2 together, same direction, and then we sew these seams, start down here and sew back this direction, and that way you won't have a bend in your strip. A lot of times what happens is you sew everything from one direction, and what it'll do is it'll kind of turn the strip set into somewhat of a rainbow. So to avoid that, just do them from this direction, every other seam, change direction. I've got some of those already sewn, so I'll set these aside. And you will see, here they are, all sewn together. Isn't that nice? Very straight. I've pressed all my seams open, so it's really flat. And now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to retrim this end off. Even though I have a pretty good match with the ends, we're just going to clean it off to be sure. And a little flat tip. Okay, and we'll turn the whole strip set around. And now I'm doing diamonds. This strip set should measure 6.5 inches across. So we are going to line it up on the 6.5 inch diamond lines. Right here. And take that tip off. And move the ruler one more. Just like that. I've got another strip set here because we get 2 full ones out of each of those fat quarter lengths. Here I have this one. Get our last cut out of this. Now this one, I'm going to need to do a new cleanup cut there, so I'm just going to turn it around just so I can get my angle right. Okay. Six and a half inch line. Okay, that gets us 3 of these. Oh, I've got some blue here to cut. Okay, here's the blue shades. We'll trim the end off. Now the nice thing about the Creative Grids rulers is they are manufactured with the non-slip at the bottom, so they don't slide around. And that's really helpful when you're cutting angles, because a lot of times when you're cutting angles, you're kind of putting the rotary cutter up against the ruler and maybe even putting some pressure on the ruler, and they just don't move. So we go like this. Okay, and we have one more. Let's take the end off just to be sure. Okay, last cut. All right. So out of 2 strip sets, you get your cuts, and this is the way you would arrange them. Kind of like light sides towards the inside. We've got some background to cut, so that'll be next, but now you can see we're not going to sew these together just yet. We'll get the background ones in here first. For those, we have 3 strips. These are also cut from fat quarter lengths. So what I've got here is I'm just going to stack them up so my top edge matches. Move the ruler in here and just trim the end just like that. So I can do my strip set on an angle. You go to sew this, you have your match-up point. And if we press these seams just one direction, we'll flip-flop those pieces until in the final assembly, those seams will nest. Let me grab the one that I've got sewn. Here it is. I've got the seams pressed one direction. Okay, now for triangle cuts. In this case, I'm going to line up my 6.5 inch line. So we did 6.5 inch diamonds. So here I will do 6.5 inch triangles to fit as the background. I'm going to trim here, and here, and that. Turn the ruler, and trim this side, and again. We're going to need a few of these cuts. And this one I'm going to need a cleanup cut too. Every once in a while. Doesn't take much, but just a little cleanup cut. 6.5 inch line. Doesn't look like we're going to get one out of that, so set these aside. I have one more strip set like that. Okay. And because I pressed all my seams in this one direction, you end up with this one, all the seams go towards the bottom, and this one they go towards the tip. So we've got 2 different piles of that. In this case, this one will go here, that one will go there, and that's kind of handy to keep those separate because your seams will nest in your background. This one goes in this pile. In that pile. Just like that. Okay. Now we can lay some pieces out here. The light shades towards the inside. so you can see it all. All right, so if we put one from one pile here and one from the other pile next to it, the seams, when you sew those together, will flip-flop. They'll nest. So we'll do that again. See that? Here like this. Here again. We're going to do another strip set of background to get the finish, but this is the way the units will go together. So you'll have a diamond point, triangle, triangle, diamond point, triangle, triangle. Same thing here. Sew those, that seam and that seam, press it open, and then you can sew your units into 2 halves. So 3 points, and then you would have 3 points on this side and sew 1 seam up the middle to get the final look.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what we're going to do, most of these cuts are actually included in the ruler instructions. So if you've got the ruler and you tossed your instructions, they are available online. And if you're getting the ruler, save those instructions. There's a lot of information in there that's really useful. So what I did with this is in the ruler instructions. What we're going to do for the background, so you have that, is we're going to put together a free downloadable PDF that just shows you all the cuts, all the strip numbers, and the way the pressing worked, like I just showed you, to get those seams to nest. Everything you need to get this little table topper. So everything here is cut from fat quarters, and wouldn't this be cute in holiday colors or home decor? Would be a great gift idea too. Check out my other videos on fatquartershop.com, or if you'd like to see more tips and tricks on how to use this ruler and some of the other patterns I have out for its use, come find me at kristamoser.com.